In this tutorial in Cyberlink PowerDirector, we're going to look at how to create a video transition segment that mimics what you might see at the introduction of a newscast. I saw this on a local television station and I thought, we can do this in PowerDirector. So I'd like to ask you to look at the following example, and then we'll show you how to do this yourself. The first step I took was I made this image. I did this in PhotoDirector. It takes up about the third left of the screen. And I dragged it down to a high track, track number 6. So it's going to park itself there during this entire production. The other thing I did is I click on this little lock symbol because I don't want to edit it. I found that sometimes when I was clicking on another track that I would sometimes inadvertently move this, and I don't want to. So I just locked it in so I don't have to worry about that. The next thing I did was I took some audio that sounds like it's newscast style, and I put it on a track. It doesn't really matter where you put it. I'm going to play a few seconds of it. So the third thing I did after I had this in is I wanted to mark where I wanted the transitions to be. I wanted it to tie into the beat of the music. Now we have another tutorial on using the beat markers, but let me give you just a very quick way to find that. You right click on the audio clip, click on the option that says Clip Marker. And when you do that, you have Add Music Beat Marker. And there you can play it, and you can automatically detect it, or you can add it by clicking the button or pressing the A key. For example, here what I would do is I would simply press play, hover over the A key. I wanted to do the heavy beat, the bass. I would just click these. I'll just click apply, and now I have a couple of them added. So you can add them wherever you want to use them. And then what I did was I clicked on them. Let's click on this one, for example. And then up here on the tracks, I wanted to use track markers. So I just right clicked and I did add timeline marker. So I created these timeline markers that you see here already. So I actually started on my clip marker on my music clip, and then I carried that upward to my timeline marker. We won't do that here. That's a different tutorial that you can find here at the Sharper Turtle. So what we have is I've got these markers. They're going to determine where these pieces of video come in. So let's start with the first one. I think I began with an image, a video of this gentleman. I'll put him on track 1. Now, I don't want to move him in, but I do want to move him. You see he's a little bit to the centered. And so I'm just going to slide this over a little bit to the right. And there's number 1. Let's take the second one. I'm going to bring the scale in. And we have this timeline marker. It'll snap to that. And I'm going to slide her over. And then we'll take the third one. Let's take this gentleman here. And we'll snap him in. Okay, and again, I'll move him over. We're going to center him in the open area, and we'll take the guy here, the shorter clip, and he looks pretty centered, and then we'll take the guy on the bench and snap him in and move him over. Okay, so now we have it paced. Now I need to get the transitions, and this is the fun part. Now I don't need a transition when it comes to the first guy. I just want him to be on the screen because there's nothing behind him but black, so that wouldn't work. So let's go to the gal here. I want to transition her in. I'm going to use a mask. So I click on the clip of the gal, and then I click on Edit above the timeline. And then I want to make sure that when I'm in Edit, I'm on the mask option, which is the third one from the left. I'm going to create a mask. Now I can create a mask that will apply to every single clip, which is going to save me time. So I want to edit it. I want to click on Advanced. This is Advanced Mask Editing. And we're going to click on Custom. Now I want to make this smaller, so I'm going to click on my Fit option and go to 75%. And I want to create a mask. I'm going to use Polygon. So we're going to make sure it's, I'll click on this and turn this one off. And so what I want to do is I want to have the mask kind of be like this shape here. So we'll start here. I want it to be large because we're going to drag it across. It can be much bigger than I need. That's fine. That doesn't hurt a thing. I'll click here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to approximately parallel my curve. It's going to come on so quick that I don't have to be precise and perfect. We'll close it here. Now, you notice my playhead is over here. I want to drag this to the beginning on the left side. And I'm going to grab the little red ball and I'm going to drag it off the screen. So it starts off the screen. And then I'm going to go in a second. I use my time code here, type in 1, press enter. And at 1 second, it's going to be, I just go a little bit beyond my edge of my icon. Okay, make sure I've got the whole thing covered. And so when I play this, that's what I see. Okay, so that one looks good. So now I have this. Unfortunately, I can't find a way to name it. I'd love to give it a name, but since it doesn't show anything on the screen, it's kind of hard to know which one it is. But I know from my own experience, this is the one I want. So I'm going to take that same mask. I'm going to click on my next clip. And I'm going to click on, make sure I'm on mask, click here, and now I just applied it to clip number 2. But what I need to do is I need to go into the advanced edit on this one and make sure I'm at a second in, because it will vary according to the size of the clip. And so I'll move this back a little bit so we're at a second in here. Okay, let's take that, go to clip number 3, apply the same mask. Okay, I'm going to go to advanced, and because it's a shorter clip, you notice it put it in at 15 frames. I'll drag it right till we get to approximately 1 second. I said minute before, I meant second. We'll click on OK. And we'll go to the last one. And we'll click on this clip again, this mask again. And I'm going to click on advanced. And here I want to go to, it's a very long clip. So I want to go back to, well, let's just type it in here. 1 and 0. All right, now let's see what we have when we play these. It should sequence in pretty good. I'm going to actually take this. We'll undock it. Make it bigger. Let's play it. Timing on the last one is too short, so you can just go back and edit it. I'll do that right now. Okay, finally got it. So sometimes you might have to tweak it if you have an exceptionally long clip like I did here. But other than that, this is an interesting way to create a new style transition set in CyberLink PowerDirector.